In this video, we're going to have a discussion about the law of attraction and why sometimes, no matter how much you try, no matter what you do, the law of attraction simply is not working in your favor. And I am sure 110% of you guys watching this have had the experience of trying to use the law of attraction to make something happen, to have things appear into your life and manifest them into existence. And you've tried every trick in the book, but you have not found success. Okay? Why is that? Well, I can only take a stab at this and try to come up with some justifications and explanations as to why the law of attraction does not work all the time. And there are times in your life, more often than not, maybe, no matter how much you try, simply taking the law of attraction, applying it, it's not working. I mean, you know, you've visualized your perfect sweetheart and you've been doing it every day for like 3 years. And here you are, still single. You know, your sweetheart is not there with you, cuddling in bed. And, you know, you might have been trying to visualize and, you know, imagine, you know, visualize and actually try to, you know, have a business with whatever money you have written down 3 years ago. You want $10,000 or whatever. And still here you are trying to just get by and pay your bills. So what's going on here? You know, what are these people lying to you? You know, the lady who wrote The Secret, is she like lying? What is she talking about? What are all these people on YouTube claiming that they've applied the law of attraction and it worked miracles in their lives? What are they talking about? Are they all full of shit? Okay, so let's take the stab that I promised to take at this earlier on as to why the law of attraction does not work. Sometimes, right? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll talk about the times it doesn't work. And the first explanation, and in my opinion, this is the most likely explanation, is that there is certain karma in your own storyline. And storyline is just another word for your life. This is storylines where actors and we are playing out characters and storylines, and there's certain karma from your previous spawns, your previous incarnations, your previous unfinished storylines that need to be played out in this current existence, in this current plot, this current character, this thing that you're doing right now, this current incarnation. And because they need to be played out, doesn't matter how much you go into your mind and try to change things and manipulate them to meet your certain desires, karma's like, fuck you, I'm playing myself out and nothing you can do about it. You can go sit in your bed for 3 hours every day and pretend like you have $10,000 and pretend like it's coming your way and pretend like you're cuddling and stargazing with your sweetheart. But remember 10 lifetimes ago when you stole from that guy, from your neighbor? Well, time to pay back, motherfucker. And this is the time you're paying back. And you've just got to kind of accept it and let the karma play out. Let the karma finish. Because karma is not some infinite loop. It's finite and it plays itself out. Positive karma plays itself out. Negative karma plays itself out. And then it's finished. You're done with it. So perhaps before you manifest your desires and before you live the life of your dreams, there are certain past life karma that needs to be played out in your life. And that's why the law of attraction is not currently working in your favor. And you know, I'm talking about when you tried everything, you've done it all. You've literally been visualizing for like years, okay? You've like mastered the art of visualization. You've mastered the art of self-hypnosis. You've done it all of it. Still not working. And then if you go to a law of attraction coach, they would tell you you're doing something wrong. And what I'm here to tell you is that you're probably, in all likelihood, not doing anything wrong at all. You're just a player in this cosmic theater, and you really don't have much control to begin with. That's, I think, you know, that's what I think, is you don't really have much control to begin with. That even when you have woken up, even when you woke up to the realization that your thoughts are affecting reality, and even the fact that you found out about the law of attraction, the fact that you start to apply it, the fact that you start to see some results, some more positive energy in your life, that is all karmically predetermined. Meaning it's not like you had much control over that anyway. You've been working your way towards that for God knows how many lifetimes. And here you are. Here you are stumbling upon these secrets. But really, like, you've been working towards them for so long in this long cosmic journey of just going back home, really. Finding your way back to yourself. All of that, you didn't have much control over it anyway. So there's not much credit to be taken there anyway. So really, when the law of attraction is not working, you've got to maybe take a step back and realize that actually I am part of a great cosmic theater with an incredible amount of energy, forces, things that my rational mind simply cannot comprehend. Because, you know, whatever you're trying to manifest and work out in your favor, that's mostly coming out of your rational mind, you know, isn't it? Most of it, it's just coming out of your rational mind, and your rational mind thinks I'm entitled for these things. But your higher self, your deeper self, your soul, your consciousness, which maintains the eternal perspective, which maintains the bigger perspective, the larger perspective, the cosmic perspective, realizes that actually, no, I'm here to finish up with old karma and not create new ones, and eventually liberate myself from this cycle of death and rebirth, samsara. A lot of the concepts I'm talking about here, for some of you guys who are starting to probably lose your shit and say, like, what? How do you speak so confidently about all of this karma and past lives, and you're explaining all of this in these things, but maybe you're someone who doesn't believe in past lives, someone who doesn't believe in reincarnation, someone who maybe is open to the possibility and is still contemplating that possibility. A lot of these ideas that I'm talking about, they are the cornerstones in Buddhism, in Hinduism, in Jainism, and these cultures are basically living based on the model of reincarnation. Does that make this true? Does that make it, if one culture, one religion believes in it, does that mean it's true? No. This is something you have to experience for yourself. And this is something I've experienced actually before I even started reading about Hinduism and Buddhism, through psychedelics. I was taken through some of my past lives. I was taken through this cosmic theater, and I saw all of this long before I even read anything about Buddhism and Hinduism, right? But I don't know how long it's going to take you to realize that this is the way it is. That really, like, this is the way it is. We've been doing this a long ass time. We probably got long ways to go. And then once you become enlightened, once you become the Buddha, the enlightened one, right? Then you are basically not bound by the cycle of death and rebirth, this samsara. But until then, all of us are here because for many reasons. There's lessons. This is a school. And part of why all of us are here, part of it is to also let the old karma play itself out. Sometimes, again, like it's karma from 10, 20 lifetimes ago. And looking back at some of the times in my life where everything just was like collapsing, and you know, I've had a period in my life where I was getting a bunch of things stolen from me. Now I immediately connected it to me stealing, because I was a serial thief practically in my early teens and mid-teens, actually, up until maybe age 19, 20. Then I had a bunch of things stolen from me, and then I kind of immediately understood that this is immediate past life karma, or current life karma just playing itself out. But then later on in my more enlightened years, right? Not to say I'm enlightened, because I actually think I am far from that. And I think I personally, like, I think probably if I had to take a stab in this, I think I probably have like maybe thousands of lifetimes to go before I can become the Buddha, the enlightened one. So I think I'm a really beginner in this, a novice in this. So, but in my more enlightened years in this lifetime, let's say, where I've been good, you know, I have been a good citizen, let's say, I don't steal, you know, I try to give everybody their fair share of everything. Still, I get these brief periods where I get things just like money problems, things getting lost, stolen. And now I immediately understand that this is probably just like shit that I've done 6, 7 past lifetimes ago that's playing itself out. I might be trying everything that I can to apply the law of attraction, and yet these things are happening. Why are they happening? There are no accidents in this business. Like, this is a perfect system. This is a perfect computer system. Life, this simulation that we're in, is actually a perfectly exquisite computer system. And there is, you know, the accountant in this universe, you know, the universal accountant. It's perfect. You know, the accountant of good deeds, bad deeds, which is good karma, bad karma. It's perfect. And it all comes back and it all goes, and it's just, you know, it's So, how do we explain the people who say, I applied the law of attraction and it worked immediately? Within a year, I was a millionaire. Within a year, I found my sweetheart. Simply put, they're at a stage in their life where there isn't any current interfering karma with whatever their desires are in this particular lifetime. Not to say that there isn't anything that's gonna come later in this life, or maybe in another life, maybe in a future life, somebody who, you know, gets it, applies the law of attraction, boom, everything's perfect, they go on, live a good life, die, no problem. Maybe next life, they come back again, they try the law of attraction stuff, but then some karma's bubbling up from like 4 lifetimes ago, and now they're struggling to manifest their desires. See? I think it's crucial to understand and really investigate the system of reincarnation, to really investigate the system of karma, to try and understand the bigger picture, investigate the bigger picture. For anybody who is curious to look at a more scientific approach to reincarnation, the one science guy, he was a Western man, scientific man. His name is Dr. Ian Stevenson. You can look up into some of Dr. Ian Stevenson's work on reincarnation. He went to Asia and he investigated well over 2,000 cases of children between ages 2 and 4, recounting their past lives, in those ages, you're again much more closer to spirit, and your memory is different at that point. And he pretty much has evidence to support this, scientific evidence to support reincarnation. Well over 2,000 cases. So you can just do a simple research on Ian Stevenson and his work on reincarnation. His entire work throughout his life, he's no longer alive, he's passed on, but his entire work is based on investigating reincarnation. So that's one possibility. The other possibility, which simply links to this, is that your higher self, if you're experiencing a certain thing right now, maybe you're experiencing some form of poverty or some form of a severe injury, and despite all your efforts, again, things are not working. Your higher self, again, wants you to experience this, whatever your unpleasantness you're experiencing at the moment, because that's the lesson. Again, ties back to the first possibility, which is karma being played out. And so higher self wants you to also experience this unpleasantness of life to get the lesson. The other thing, and this is, I come from a background where I have, absolutely worshipped this concept of a law of attraction, thoughts manifest reality, and really went to work to apply it. And I got some varying results. I got some good results, and then there are certain things that didn't work. And the problem with that is you tend to ignore the fundamental truth, which is the first noble truth of the Buddha, that life is unsatisfactory, that life is suffering. And if you're one of those people that is applying the law of attraction and it is working just fantastic for you, you might be currently missing the element, the truth, the fundamental truth of life, that life is suffering and it's unsatisfactory and everything is in time, is being lost. And maybe that's the lesson. Maybe that's why you're experiencing some form of unpleasantness, an unpleasant experience in your life right now, despite you trying to apply the law of attraction to get better, more pleasant experiences, right? Maybe one of the lessons for you is to realize that life is unsatisfactory, and then that might get you to start looking at life differently and might even give you a different calling, which is maybe a calling of service to others. You might be fine. You might be able to alleviate your own suffering, and suffering, the root of is attachment, right? You might be able to start to detach less and less and alleviate your own suffering, but now, and this is the role of the Bodhisattva in Buddhism, which is to alleviate the suffering of others, right? And it is to alleviate the suffering of other beings because they're you, because we're one consciousness experiencing itself subjectively. So these are, from my perspective, the possibilities of why you're applying the law of attraction, but it's just not working. The law of attraction is real. It is true. It is how it is. It is how it works. But let's say there's two different levels of law of attraction. There's your ego desires, but there's the higher self, which is where the law of attraction takes precedent. Where this is, the law of attraction at a higher perspective, at a higher level of the game, absolutely overrules any sort of ego desires that you have to manifest. Your thoughts do affect reality, but ultimately you're part of this great cosmic flow. And now this is just my opinion. We have no control over anything. That's just my opinion. That we have the experience of free will, and we've got to make believe that it's true. We've just got to make believe. It's part of the game. It's part of the play. It's part of the movie. It's the experience of free will. That's what makes being a human such a wonderful thing. Because, angels and astral beings don't have free will. Humans do. The experience of free will. But do we really have it? I have my doubts. And either way, it doesn't matter, because this is a fun ride and I want to go on making believe that I have free will. But maybe the part of me, the wiser part deep down, knows that I'm just playing out my karmic package, which is all my... A karmic package might consist of your first life, your first incarnation, and point B is your trillionth last incarnation before you become fully free of the cycle of death and rebirth. And that might be your karmic package, and you as an individual soul, pretending that you're an individual soul, just playing out this karmic package, going back home to the oneness. So I will finish off the video here, and guys, if you like this video or any of my other videos, make sure to hit the subscribe button now. So I'm just gonna count to 3 and hopefully you have subscribed by now. So 1, 2, 3, thank you for your subscription. And if you're already subscribed, guys, please, beside the subscribe button, there is a notification bell. Hit that notification bell, so anytime I upload, you will get notified. You know, you'll be in the notification squad. Okay? And I really have a special place in my little tender heart for the notification squad. So it will also help rank up the videos, because YouTube likes it when, you know, a video gets a lot of views as soon as it's uploaded. So I really appreciate it, guys, if you hit that notification bell. And that's about it. Check out my free book, 5 Powerful Habits to Dominate Life in All Areas. If you are just looking for improvements on daily to daily, right? Just improvements in habits and stuff, and better, more confidence, just more flow, feeling happier, feeling more joy. Check out the free book. It's 19 pages, right? So 5 Powerful Habits. You can either go to 5powerfulhabits.com, or in the description, just simply download it. It's for free. That's about it, guys. God bless every single one of you. May all your desires come to be, and they will come to be in this life or the next or the next or the next. Because desire, not now. So that's it. That's it, guys. God bless you. I love every single one of you, but don't forget to subscribe, or you're gonna sleep with the fishes.